Everybody,
Hello.
welcome to episode 71 with Erik Mabbun. Hi, Erik.
Hi.
Thank you for visiting us all the way. You're in Connecticut, right?
Yeah, right now I'm in Portland, Connecticut.
All
Yeah.
right. So, Eric and I grew up in the same neighborhood, but he didn't know who I was. What street did you live on?
I was in on Green Lawn.
Green Lawn. Yeah, I was on
Yeah.
Bent Bow.
Okay, so
Um,
wait, so we were in this you were in Inwood Forest also?
yeah,
Oh, okay. I thought you were more by Eric Gonzalez, which I guess was also Inwood Forest.
yeah. He was across the golf course from me.
I see.
Yeah, because he was in that cul-de-sac. Yeah, and if you went to the golf course and crossed it, you would end up in Bent Bow.
Isn't it funny
Yeah,
how
we
isn't it funny how when we were young, the golf course was like the center, it was our little like highway to all the other neighborhoods.
Yeah, I know. It was so fun to go there, when the golfers were gone and just to walk along it and cross it to get to your friend's house.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
yeah. So I knew of you, but we weren't friends, but I did hang out with your little brother a little bit and your sister once or twice. Um, so it's really cool to see you as an adult in midlife and be able to have really cool conversations with you because watching you on social media is very inspiring.
Thank you.
So, what would you say in your youth time, like when you were younger, let's say in your up until age 30, what were your major challenges?
Um, well, I guess, that's a good question 'cause honestly, I didn't really have many challenges. Um, I always seemed to be able to find, um, steady work and, when I had my older daughter who's now 27, I had her when she was born when I would just turn 23. So that kinda just shot me into being responsible, at a very young age. So, the money was never an issue because I always had a pretty good earning power. So, I guess my struggles were kind of just I drank a lot then. So I guess not being a crazy young guy, not getting in trouble with the law. Like I wasn't into
Yeah.
stealing and stuff, but we did go to the bars and we would like get rowdy and sometimes get arrested for dumb things.
Yeah.
But I guess
Yeah.
that would be a struggle. But I can't say I had very many struggles besides the partying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And getting to a place where you had to make a decision about your life, right?
Right.
At what age did you decide that you had to change your lifestyle?
Um, well, there was two like events. Like when I was like 26, I did get in trouble for drinking and driving. And so I got arrested. So that and for 6 months I couldn't drive. So I was taking my daughter to daycare I put a kid seat on the back of my mountain bike. So I was like taking her to daycare on the mountain bike, and, the neighborhood thought I was just being super earthy, and I, of course, took that as a compliment, but it was no, I couldn't drive. My license was suspended. That was a struggle at that point, and I decided that day, that I would never drink and drive again, so I never did. That was a change I made to be more responsible, and then I would say when my younger daughter was born, that's when I was like, "I just need to, like, stop drinking." So the drinking was the problem, so I guess I would say that those 2
Mm.
events, like, made me
Yeah.
really, um, evolve into what I am today.
Mhm. Yeah. And so, yeah, we have to have those, big things happen. And having a child is a big thing, a big change, and having a child later in life can really
Yes.
wake you up too. Because when you have a child in your 20s, it wakes you up a bit, but you're still in that mode of let's have fun and
Yeah.
not be too serious.
Yeah, absolutely, because you're kind of a kid yourself. Like,
Yeah.
my older daughter is kinda like my sibling in a way, 'cause
Uh-huh.
we grew up together, and when we have conversations, it kind of feels like I'm talking to, like, my sister or someone, like, that's equivalent in age. It's kind of
Yeah.
a neat thing.
Let's talk about skateboarding.
Okay.
So I what I really like is that story that you told on well, you mentioned it on Facebook on the post about Gary Elshire. What
Mhm.
is that acronym that you said that you guys used to call each other when you were skateboarding in middle school or high school?
So, we had our own little skate team or crew,
Uh-huh.
or gang, whatever. We were called Team Lease, and that stood for Love Everyone and Skate Everything.
I love that. I had no idea that you guys were so positive and full of light back then.
Yeah, I mean, we were little shithead kids, but back then, if you remember, it was kinda like the Rasta vibe was in style, like reggae
Yeah,
music, and so we were all about peace and love. So that, so that kind of had a play into it, and we were good kids, we weren't violent kids, so we kinda ran with that, like, love everybody kinda
yeah.
thing.
I love that. That's so cool. And so you've been skateboarding ever since?
Yeah, and I wanna add one thing about the love everyone and state
Uh,
everything. So our state, crew had, every nationality represented. We had me, I'm Filipino and Cuban, then we had, some white guys, some black guys, and some, Vietnamese guys, and some Mexican dudes. Um, the only the only one, nationality not represented was, like, Middle Eastern. We didn't have any
uh,
Middle Eastern dudes, but there was just no one in our school, like, not many Middle Easterns, and also
yeah,
not only that skateboarded on top of things, but we
yeah,
would have invited them if they wanted to come skate,
yeah.
but we had every nationality represented, so that was the, like, whole idea, love everyone and skate everything. So I thought I
Yeah.
had to add that because that was so cool of us back then, um,
Mhm.
in, like,
Yeah.
the late '80s, early '90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that, and that's such a big benefit of growing up where we grew up. It was such a melting pot
Yes.
that really formed who we are today, right? I always think that, like, I went from Eisenhower High School to Klein Forest my senior year, and it was still a little bit of a melting pot, but it wasn't as much, so it was such a different experience, being around, less of a melting pot. It
Yeah,
was, like, not my I realized it was really not my thing. I like to be around a lot of different types of people.
yeah, yeah. I gotcha. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you said you went to Spring,
I went to Klein Forest my senior year.
so that was, like, predominantly white, correct?
Yeah, back then it was, yeah, it's not like
Uh,
that anymore.
oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, there were a lot of Asian I mean, I went there because I had a lot of, friends went there, like, Asian and Hispanic,
Mhm.
but yeah, it was mostly white back then, though, so it was more cliquish, like, at Eisenhower, it was and Hoffman, it was more like you hung out with whoever, and you didn't care really what they looked like, what their race was, right?
Right,
But in Climb Forest, I noticed it was very segregated.
I gotcha.
So okay, and so you've been skateboarding ever since and, like, doing, cool things, and you're 50 years old,
Yes, yes,
and you look like you're 30.
thank you. That's a
So,
major compliment.
what keeps you so youthful?
Well, one thing is the clean living. I don't do drugs and I don't drink. I haven't drank for almost 6 years now. On the New Year's is when I count the day, just because I had to come up with one day so I could have a good counting point. So the not drinking, and then I try not to eat like junk food. I slip up every once in a while because my daughter
Right.
likes to eat a lot of candy and stuff, and ice cream. So, but I eat good. Like try to eat like all whole foods, like a lot of leafy greens and a lot of eggs, protein and stuff. So not much processed food. So that, and then also I'm like way into yoga. I do yoga every day on my own, but I also do hot yoga 5 to 6 mornings a week, and that's 1 hour, and
Wow.
that's every morning. So there's that, and then I drink hot water in the morning right when I wake up to get the digestive juices flowing. And I think I've really seen a difference since I started doing that a couple of years ago. So just that, and then doing my morning grounding, of some stretching and just reflecting and kind of planning the day. It makes for like a really calm start to a day.
Mhm.
And that's real that's really important, and a good night's sleep. Like, I'm a dork. I, like, lay down at 10 sometimes and not wake up till the morning. So,
Yeah,
like
that's
so
awesome.
all those things, have really made me start aging in reverse, really.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
and
love
then
that.
the skateboarding makes me feel like a kid, like, doing a kind of a youthful sport kind of makes you youthful just by proxy, just by,
Mhm.
you're in it with these kids, and, then you see the skateboarders who are, like, much older than me in their 50s and 60s, and a handful in their 70s, and when they talk, they may not look very, very young, but when they talk, they, like, emit this, like, very youthful vibe and, carefree. So, the skateboarding is the fountain of youth, definitely. So,
Yeah.
all those things put together kind of, is how I'm keeping youthful, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. It's basically it's a lot of different things coming together, and so people find their own way of being youthful. It doesn't have to be skateboarding, but
Right.
I do like I just love watching skateboarding, and I whenever I go to the park here in Bastrop and I see skateboarders on the ramps, I'm like, "Oh, let's go over there." I'm trying to get my daughter to learn. When I was 44, I got Cisco to help me a little bit. I was like, "Oh, yeah," and I felt so youthful when I was doing it, but I didn't get so far, before I just I kind of fell away. I love how when I see, people that are, 40s, 50s, 60s skateboarding. It just feels so fun. Like, and it makes me know that you are youthful when I see you doing something like that because there's a lot of people in the world that are like, "You're too old for that. Why are you doing that?"
Mhm. I've
So,
been told that by, some girls that I've dated and who are much younger than me. They're like, aren't you old to be doing that?" I'm like, Aren't you young to be telling me that?" It's like, the reason I'm yeah, like, there's a saying, like, you don't get old you don't quit skateboarding because got old. You got old because you quit skateboarding, and people you can stick to any hobby um,
yeah,
into that phrase, but yeah, yeah, you keep doing what you love, and you're gonna keep, like, being happy, and happiness is youth, for sure.
right. Totally. I know, and so much adult life is just like it becomes stressful and the way people usually deal with stress, a lot of people in this world is drinking. Let's go to happy hour. Let's have, and I remember being like that too, thinking, "Oh, I need to have a margarita." After I had my kid and I was married, I mean, having a kid wasn't too stressful, but being married was for me. So it's
Mhm.
like, let me have a drink. Even though I didn't like to drink that much, it was just such a habit and in my mind, I had formed the belief that drinking was relaxing until I realized it wasn't. I was like, "Wait, I'm having anxiety here. Why it's not
Yeah.
relaxing me. Why
It
am I
it
doing
works.
this?"
It helps the anxiety in the very short term, but
Right.
then when it wears off, the anxiety is amplified, so it doesn't work.
Yeah. But I started to realize that when I was awake at night with anxious thoughts thinking, "Okay, it's from the alcohol," and that's when I started not to drink it, and I realized going out, I guess that was in my early 40s, going to parties and stuff and telling people I was drinking water, I just remember one mom I had met at this party, and I was like, "Oh, I'm drinking water because alcohol gives me anxiety," and she looked at me like I was crazy. "What? Alcohol actually helps me with my anxiety." I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, people think that in society, the commercials and everything, they're like, "Okay, we're off work, it's time to, like, drink and ha, 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 and have fun." But that's just, like, marketing strategy.
Yep.
Really, it just makes you makes you feel good for a short time, then you feel like crap when your body's getting rid of the poison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I love how the world has started to see that these psychedelics like mushroom are actually better for you even though they're illegal in so many places. It's not
Mm.
illegal where you are, right?
It's
Psilocybin.
decriminalized, so it's kinda like how marijuana is in Texas. So,
Oh,
like,
okay.
so if you get caught with some, you're gonna just get, like, a ticket or something.
Oh,
It's not gonna, like, mess up your life or anything, but
okay.
they're working on it. It'll be legal soon, I believe, at least medicinally,
Mhm.
but it's not completely legal just yet.
Yeah, it just seems so backwards. It just seems like and I remember in my 20s being brainwashed in that way too. I was like, "Oh, don't do that illegal drug," even though it's so natural and it
Uh-huh.
grows from the ground, don't do it, go drink alcohol even though that's how people die.
Yeah.
It's legal.
Yeah, yeah, same with the cigarettes and the vaping. Like
Yeah.
like now, really can't believe when I see people walking in and stores and buying cigarettes, and they're like $25 a pack. I'm it's incredible. Like, how can anyone even afford that habit?
Yeah, I know.
I quit cigarettes when they were $5 a pack, and I thought that was I was like 30, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know many people that smoke anymore. When I do see someone smoking, I get so surprised. I'm like, "Oh, wow, I feel like I just jumped back to the '90s or something."
Yeah,
But
same, same.
in the small towns, you'll see it more. So, I mean, here in Bastrop, there are a lot more smokers than there are if I, go 30 miles
Yeah,
into
to
Austin.
Austin. And Austin, if you're smoking a cigarette that you people look at you funny. Like
Yeah.
like you're polluting m the whole earth with that
Yeah.
cigarette. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's
here in
it's
Connecticut, you still see, like, a lot of people, older people walking into the store, barely able to walk in, and they're buying cigarettes, and it's like, wow, it's incredible. It's just a
yeah.
habit that they can't break.
I know. I know. I see that a lot in Bastrop too. It's a mix of, Austinites and small town, people that are still living in those old habits. So everyone's on their own journey. So all we can do is inspire people, right?
Exactly,
And
yeah. Yeah, you can't
so
go around pointing your finger like, "Hey, you better quit, you better
yeah.
quit." I don't do that because no one wants that guy around anyway. I'd rather be them ask me, "Hey, did you get so," and I'm like, "Well, I do this, I don't do that." And
Yeah.
I've inspired a lot of people, a lot of the friends, in Texas who were heavy drinkers, and they're like, "Man, I'm watching you, dude, and I wanna keep doing what I love to do too, so I'm gonna slow down." Like, that's what they say, "Slow down," and that's just as good. I mean, alcohol in moderation can be okay for you. It's not healthy,
Yeah.
but it won't yeah, it can be okay for you. Like, my daughter, she drinks and it makes her calm down because she has some anxiety, so it helps her be social and stuff, so I advocate that. I'm like, "Yeah, go have a drink, like, have fun," because I know it's not gonna, like, tear her apart, like,
Yeah.
she does it
Yeah.
with in a healthy manner.
Yeah, that's a good point. There's a saying that I heard sometime years ago that was, "Don't eat bread with dread, drink beer with cheer." And I always think of if you're choosing to drink alcohol, making sure that it's you have intention behind it. It's a celebratory it's for celebration. You're not trying to numb yourself, you're trying
Right.
to uplift yourself. And when you have that intention, then it can be, good and moderation for
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, like, for example, when I go to my family, for, Christmas events or Thanksgiving, every single person's drinking wine except my sister who is completely quit now. She's like she's like not to be in a contest against me, but we're always in a competition of fitness, who can stay looking the youngest, and I'm starting to one up her a little bit. So she's like, I'm not drinking at all anymore. So
Oh, I
but
love that.
yeah, so it's kind of a competition, but no, but what I was saying is the family gets together and they're like hooting and hollering and drinking, and it's all very peaceful and loving. And on in that situation, I love drinking for them, but not for me.
Yeah,
Not for me. But
right.
yeah, like you said, celebration is okay in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. So what do you mind sharing your journey with, psilocybin?
No, no, I I love it. Like,
Because I've reached out to you several times about it,
yeah.
and I'm super excited about my first journey, but, I mean, I have done microdosing and I've seen the difference. Um, how has it helped you grow and
Okay.
expand?
Good question because it really has. Okay, so this is doing it now is different from when I used to party, like be getting like loaded and tripping because that was just all chaos and stuff.
Mhm,
Um, and now I use it medicinally. Um, and there's a complete intention of doing it. It's not just like there is like take it and let the medicine reveal itself, but it's more like set the intention of being open and seeing what it unlocks for you. Like for example, like when I do it, the last time I did it, it's been a couple of months because I'm at a spot in my mental state and my life where right now I love the way things are and I don't need to change anything. Like I want it to keep coasting like this. And I got this here with some trips, but the benefits have lasted for months. So I'm at the point where I'm just going to enjoy those benefits until I feel that I want to do it again. And the medicine will always be there for you. So so that being said, let me tell you about like how it's helped. So like I know how to grow it. So I grew my own and do my set and setting. It's super important. So I make sure my daughter is with her mom, and
mhm,
I like to do it by myself and I'll set up incense, candles, my color pencils, journal, have like my music playlist ready, and comfortable sweatpants, like nothing but complete comfort. Okay.
mhm.
Even like some like I have this projector that projects like this kind of space scene on the ceiling, like
Mm.
I got saw it at my yoga studio. Okay. Um, and it's just, you can different settings and speeds, and it does, like, colors, so it's really like a
Ooh.
visual stimulation. So that
Mhm,
with the music, and then I take it, and then just relax and just let's go for a ride, and it's been different. Sometimes I'll, like, the music will make me wanna move, and I'll start dancing, um, or sometimes I just wanna curl up in a blanket and just enjoy the visuals, but it's all very enjoyable. Um, or I'll think of a skateboard trick that I haven't been able to perform in a long time, um, and I'll unlock it in my head, and I'll be able to do it the next day. It, like,
wow.
awakens senses and makes you remember something that y you're you may have forgotten, not intentionally, but it unlocks things in your brain. Um,
Yeah,
and then also just, with my journal, like, business ideas, all kinds of things just come racing in and out of your brain of joy, and creativity. So, after a night of that and once it wears off, it just wears off, and you can sleep comfortably, and you wake up, and when you wake up, all those benefits are kinda swimming around in your head, and it's good to like go to yoga or just sit at home and like meditate and let all that integrate into your system. So that those journeys have been
mhm,
paramount in my um just development of like where I'm at now in my life. It's um
yeah,
it's just I can't say enough good things about it. Like
yeah,
I'm not saying like, hey, go out and get some mushrooms to like a kid and go see what
yeah,
happens. No, you gotta be intentional about it. And set and setting is so important. I can't stress that enough.
mhm.
Um so with that, yeah, that's pretty much
That
yeah.
that's amazing. So, how has it helped you, do you think, in how you created your work world, like, all the things that you've manifested with your work?
Well, yeah, my work is very creative because I do a lot of things. I'm a contractor and I do a lot of carpentry, and building like interesting structures. And I guess it's helped me. I've always thought outside the box when it comes to like my carpentry, but I guess I don't do blueprints, or I take measurements and I'm precise with the work, but I kind of just like look at something, and the customer and me will have a meeting of what they like, and they'll show me pictures of what of something they like on just on the internet, like pull up images of like a structure they like or a room they want it to look like. Just I think the creativity that the psilocybin has expanded in my mind makes me a better carpenter and a better, like, when I'm discussing a vision of something with a customer, I think the creativity from the psilocybin has made me be able to, like, create something that's very cool and, unique. So, I think that, yeah, it's
Mm,
kind of just
yeah.
brought in my creativity in that aspect.
Yeah, I love that. And what are some recent projects you've done?
Well, this one customer, um, found me, and she wanted to build a freestanding woodworking shed for her 15-year-old son. And
Uh-huh.
actually just finished this a couple of days ago. And they were on a budget. And I said, well, on that budget, I'm not going to be able to pour a slab and build from the ground up a structure like you want. So let's think of sheds. And I said, okay, I have a good idea. Let's take a box truck, just the back of the box truck, and put it on cinder blocks like a structure. And then I'm going to get a door and a frame, like a neat door and frame off Marketplace, some windows, and I'm going to turn it into like a tiny office. So that's my latest project, and it turned out really cool. And I used okay,
Cool.
so a little story behind the decking. I put a porch on it, and it was made out of a pallet. um, the son There was a dismantled jungle gym in the corner made out of wood, and the mom said that was her son's friend who unfortunately got hit by a car. And yeah, so she said, "Could you
Oh,
use some of the wood in incorporate it into the structure?" So I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I could do that." So I cut some pieces and I framed out the window with the some of the boards that had a little bit of the painting from her son's friend, that they had done, and I also did the deck. I did the top with wood from that structure, and it turned out really sweet. Like
wow.
the mom came home and literally started crying, and now I'm getting a
Oh,
little emotional, but I was like, no, I didn't mean for that to have that kind of effect. She's like, no, I'm just so happy that my son is gonna literally flip his lid. Um, so
no.
that's my latest project. I've been doing all kinds of stuff. I did it before that. It was a yoga studio on the third floor of um, my friend's townhome, and
Wow.
I knocked out a wall, and then I also used some big 10 by 10s to create an archway where the wall was. So it's kind of like a archway into the from the front of the room to the yoga spot where it's like kind of epic, like. And then
Wow.
I took a flamethrower, like a blowtorch, and blowtorch the archway, the wood on it to bring out the character of the wood, and then I put a finish on it, and it turned out really sweet. So
Very cool. Yeah.
those are my two most recent projects, but I've been doing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, now I'm just like rambling on, but
No, go ahead.
today today I went and looked at a box truck that I want to buy because I want my next project. That box truck idea um inspired me to do a box truck that's actually like tiny home. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna do one of those and sell it for like a really good amount. But
Nice.
I have like a door and some windows, and just looking at images, and I was like, I'm gonna buy this $1,000 box truck that's maybe mechanically sound, and I'm gonna turn it into like a $10,000 thing.
Wow.
Is like my intention. So I'm just like I pick
Ah,
projects and like so I guess I don't know if it's the psilocybin that woke up this creativity, but or if it was just always there and that the
mhm.
psilocybin's expanding it, but
Yeah.
it's definitely helped and helped me enjoy, like, these, formulating these
Mhm.
thoughts. So
Yeah.
I recommend it to anyone that's in a good place, could definitely check it out and maybe like it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And when you're like what you said earlier is like you're like, I have this intention to do this and I'm gonna sell it for $10,000 or whatever, and then it just it happens, it's manifested. Do you ever have any doubt or worry at all that it won't happen how you want it to happen or nobody will buy it or anything like that?
Um, at at the beginning, when I got to Connecticut and really started this work,
Mhm.
because I was doing something else in Texas. I had a interior landscaping business, and I also cleaned fish tanks, and, that was before COVID, and then all
Mhm.
my customers were the buildings downtown and schools. So when everyone went remote, the plants and the fish tanks had to go.
Oh,
So
oh, yeah.
then we moved up here, and I was like, "I can do anything, so let me just start thinking." So to answer your question, at first, when I was building trailers and fixing them, and it would take them a little longer to sell, I used to be a little bit worried, but now, not one thing that I've built has not sold. So now I'm like,
Mm.
things are gonna sell. It's just maybe take sometimes things sell like that. Sometimes it takes a week, but there's no longer any doubts that
Yeah.
there's buyers out there. So I'm pretty confident. Like if I make something like that, it's gonna sell for sure.
Yeah. I can feel the, like, certainty, and I think that's what's important when people are trying they're trying to be creative and create something and sell it. Because so many people want to do something like that on their own, but they don't know how to leave their safe job, you know?
Yes.
It's that doubt holds them back, and then it can really I mean, for finding everybody is worried about money in some way.
Yeah.
But I just feel with you, there's just such a certainty that creates it. Like there's nothing holding you back. The universe feels it, and also you're constantly raising your vibration by all the things that you do, right? With the yoga and just like working on yourself. So you're vibrating at a level, and you're creating these things at this high vibrational level, and so the universe is aligning and bringing the buyers to you and the people that you're supposed to meet, right? I just love the way it
Absolutely.
works.
Absolutely. I just did a thing I created a Facebook post, a marketplace post about creative structures and handyman services. And I did that 2 months ago. And since then, like now I'm like just picking and choosing the jobs I want that are going to be fun because
Yeah.
there's there's so much work. Like if I had a partner up here, um, we could like make a mint. But right now I'm just like a one man gang and I'm just doing very well, thank God for
Mhm,
um like you said, everything's aligning right with those, especially with those two posts. And
mhm.
something you said a second ago, it is very scary because everyone has bills to pay and people to take care of. So you can't just quit what you're doing to just dive all the way in to something else. And I didn't do that. I always kept a base of some kind of earnings that I needed. And then after you have that lined up, then you can work on the thing on top of that and
Yeah.
layer that onto that, but you have to have a base, what no matter what it was. Like I was door dashing, helping my daughter's mom with her farm. I help her run her farm actually.
Mhm,
So she was paying me and just odd jobs here and there till I just was like hitting my business full force. And then now I just do my thing exclusively. I help my daughter's mom with her farm, but I don't even ask for money. You know, like
mm,
she'll pay me if there's something big, like, "Hey, fix the tractor," or "Could you
mhm.
build me a fence or fix a barn?" Like, she'll make it worth my while, but yeah, my point is you have to have a base
Yeah.
of earning and then build upon that. I mean, that way you can your creativity and your ambition can flow without the fear of everything's gonna collapse in your, your life,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
your house and bills and all that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Having that safety there while you're building, something new can help not bring in that doubt and that worry. So you feel safe while you're creating. It can open up your creativity more when you feel safe. So, yeah, I like that.
Yeah, you gotta be comfortable because if you're scrambling in something like I'm doing, you're not gonna succeed.
Yeah.
You can't rush when you're building things or, um, yeah, you gotta be comfortable and take your
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I agree. Awesome. Well, this has been such a awesome conversation. Is there anything else that you feel the need to speak to the world today?
Well, and one more thing about like my journey and everything. I think like you have to have good relationships with everybody. Like how you said like the good vibrations and raising your
Mhm.
vibrations. Like if someone's not serving you, you don't have to be ugly towards them or anything, but you can just not have them in your life like constantly bugging you or asking you for things or you can just, politely dip out of so
Yeah.
there's that, and the people that you do hold true and, are important to you, like send your good vibes to them, and it'll come back to you, like, the flow back and forth. It's really dope, like, my I always say my older daughter, but she'll even I do that to the point to her that where she says, "Dad, you're so annoying." Um, and I love that because 'cause I'm being annoying, but I know I'm giving her that much attention that she says it's annoying, but she loves it.
Yeah.
And, and same with my younger daughter. "Oh, dad," she calls me daddy. "Daddy, you're being so annoying." And she got that from her mother who says the same thing because I give her a lot of attention and Gabby. So yeah, the people that are really important in your life, like, you gotta show them that, and they're gonna show it back to you, and that vibe and vibration makes you, like, be able to not have, so many worries so you can, like, hit your business and everything, your creativity as hard as you can. So,
Yeah.
I just wanted to add that.
No, that's so important. I'm glad you did. Yeah, the way we treat others in our life and who we choose to be in our life really do make a difference in how successful we are and how happy we are. And so, and also not, getting in that complaining mode of, there's somebody in your life that really bothers you and you're just complaining and venting about them and wishing they were
Yeah.
not in your life.
I mean, we've all been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, like,
Definitely.
if you can keep that to a minimum, you're in good shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just really focusing on, if there's somebody in your life and you can't do anything about it at the moment, that's really bugging you, focusing on the positive and sending them love. That's one of my big things that I teach my kid client and my adults is learning how to send love to that person, to that bully, to that person you just can't stand. Soul to soul, send them love, and it really does make a difference in the vibes between you. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, because a lot of times those people or not a lot of times, all the time, those people are hurting really bad, and that's why they're being ugly. And if you
Right.
just show them love, it could soften them up and, like, help them a little bit if they want to accept it, but they're usually the ones hurting, and that's the reason they're trying to, like,
Yeah. And it
project that
yeah.
onto everyone else.
And it's really hard to get in a place to see them in that way. Um, so it can be some work to be able to gently see them in a loving way if somebody's really been mean to you.
Yeah.
But it really does work to like meditate and send them love and feel the vibration between you changing and knowing that we're all souls underneath this human facade. We're all light and we all have our own journey. So
Definitely.
thanks for sharing yours with us today, Eric.
Yeah, thank you. I love talking about this and great talking to you as well.